Hey guys, I wanted to do this video in response to excuse me, to Sundeb's question about should she let me turn this down. Should she file to cancel her child support? No. I had to agree with everybody else. I had to say no. Why? Because now I don't have any children. My husband and I don't have any children. Like no previous children, no children together. We don't have any children. So I can't say that I can't say no from the standpoint of a person who has been in the situation, as a lot of the other ladies that have commented have been. But I can say it from the standpoint of I grew up with a mother, no father, no really big input. If he did, it was like few and far in between. And my mother at one point put him on child support, and and she wasn't getting but I think maybe 300 and some change a month for my brother and I both. And my mom, you know, my mom is like the epitome of all I ever want to be in my life, like really. But she raised my brother and I on her income alone, and my mom never went to college, but she always managed to make more than enough money to support us. So she did what she had to do. There were just a lot of things that happened, and she just did what she had to do, because she always said that she was raising a young lady and a young man, and she wanted us to know that no matter what it was that we wanted to do, that we could do it. And that, you know, even though my father wasn't in the picture, that we could still be good people, you know what I'm saying? And have and do and be and those kind of things. So anyway, but you know, my dad being in the rears, and you know, at times he would come back and, you know, play the role or whatever, you know. But so I can identify with a lot of what some of the ladies are saying that are responding to the video. So because I was a child in that situation. So we didn't really like struggle growing up, because my mom, like you, so blessed, always made enough to take care of my brother and I. So it wasn't, or if there were tight times, which, you know, as children you're never aware of, you just think that money just grows on trees and you just go out the backyard and grab your $5, and that ain't how it always works. But if it were tight, there would be times where she would have needed the child support money. But I don't remember how all that worked. I don't know if my dad dodged jobs to not have to pay child support, or, you know, she let him get a break, or what the case was. I do remember seeing a child support check one time. It was like $346, and that was for both of us. Now, that's nothing. Not when you got lights and you got to feed your children, you got to put clothes on their back, you got to buy school materials, you got to send them on field trips, you got to pack them lunch every day, or you have to provide them with money to buy lunch at school, different arts and crafts, different side things, football, cheerleading, ballet, basketball, anything that your children, any extracurricular activities that your children might be involved in. They might be in band, you know, you have to pay for trips and things like that. And then you want them to be educated and well versed, and you know, and well rounded and that kind of thing. So you begin to send them different places and want them to experience things that you didn't experience. But then sometimes you realize that, oh, I don't have $5 to do that. I don't have $3 to spare to do that. I don't have. And you know your children really want to do that. So you have to scrape together to get whatever you can, so that your child can be a part of what the rest of the children are doing. You know, and because you want that for your child. But so I wouldn't take it off, and I really commend your husband for stepping to the plate and saying, hey, that's my child, I'll take care of her, don't worry about it. The principle of it is that that's that man's child, her father. And like everybody else is saying, I totally agree that if that's your child, then you should want to do something. Like, you should not want to be a butthole. Like, you just shouldn't want to do that. Like, you should want to take care of your children. Now, whether the mother of that child opposes you taking care of your child is something totally different. But if you just voluntarily don't want to take care of your kids, you suck. And you need to be beat. I'm talking about old school, grandma across the knee whoop. You need to be beat. Because you ought to be ashamed. Now, how can you enjoy the pleasure of making a child, but don't find pleasure in raising the child? Are you a loser? I think you're a loser. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with loser for 100. So, you know, if you don't want kids, stay out the sack. You know how they get here. If you don't want none, stay up out of there. Okay? It's that easy. The purpose of marriage and sex was to have children. That's not the only purpose, but one of the purposes is to be fruitful and multiply. Now, even if you multiply before you get married or whatever, okay. That don't make it right, or whatever, don't make it wrong, whatever. But the point of the matter is that sex can equal to children. If you don't like kids, if you don't want kids, if you don't want to take care of another human being and make sure they have food and they're clothed and they're well-rounded and they're well-mannered and they, you know, that they do what we're supposed to do when we're here on earth, then I suggest you stay up out the sack. Because then you won't have nobody chasing you down, talking about no child support, and you won't have them kind of problems. So, that's my thoughts on it. I don't think you should cut it off. I think that, you know, because he's not willingly trying to take care of his daughter, then he'll just have to forcefully take care of his child. You know, and don't nothing suck more than them ducking jobs so they don't have to pay child support. I ain't gonna go there. Because I just feel all kinds of ways on the inside about that. So, I hope that, you know, whatever happens, I wish you the best in that. And you and your husband continue to pray together and pray about what to do, what not to do, how to handle the situation. And it will be fine.